Hi everybody, welcome back to our YouTube channel. Nihal, what are we doing?
Today we are doing a mukbang, and while we do that, we're going to tell you guys the story of how we met and how we told our parents and their reactions.
Yeah.
First of all, let's show you the food. Mango, what is it? Mango tenders, like they're supposed to be spicy. Buffalo chicken tenders. Burger for
Double
Azim.
smashed, yeah.
Normal chips for me. Cheesy chips for Azim. We're going to take a bite of the food first because I am actually absolutely starving. Yeah, it's really good.
Cheesy chips with chili sauce.
It's like not too spicy.
That's really good.
It's really good. Let's get into the video. I'll start with how we met.
Yeah.
We met at work. It was back in 2023. Azim was already working in the company and I was new. So I had just joined in April 2023. I remember the first day I met you, I was sitting at my seat. It so happened that he was in the seat next to me.
Literally.
And he walked in and my first impression was, first of all, he was late.
Hey.
He was late that day. And my first impression was he was walking in like he owned the place. It wasn't like I thought, oh my gosh, love at first sight. No, like it wasn't anything like that. Was that? I know for you it was like love at first sight when you saw me.
No, but I did like you when I first saw you. I'm not going to lie. When I first saw you, I was like, oh, she's really pretty. And the funny thing is, when she said we sat next to each other, I actually moved to that seat 3 weeks before you joined.
Wow, it was meant to be. He walked in, said hi, whatever, getting on with our work. And then like as weeks were going by, we were getting along at work. I used to get like really excited to go to work because I would see you. Because
But you never said that to me.
So a few weeks went by, we were speaking, he would help me with work. And I started to like him a bit. But I always said to myself, obviously, Pakistani, Bengali, I didn't know how my parents would take that. So I said, I'm not going to say anything, I'm not going to do anything unless you make the first move.
And guys, that's true because Nahel would not speak to me unless I spoke to her first. We just have a screw face all the time every time at work.
So let's say this was like 2 months in, like July time, I think. And he was like, okay, so he would speak to me, whatever, but nothing more than that. Like we didn't even have, like I didn't have his number, nothing. Then one day, randomly, before he was leaving work, I don't know how it came about, I don't remember, but you wrote your number down on a piece of paper and you gave it to me. I don't know whether you were expecting me to like message you as soon as you gave me the number.
Do you know what I thought? I didn't want to put it on there. I knew that she liked me as a person, but I didn't know in what way, so I just wrote my number down on a little post-it note.
We had each other added on Instagram, before you gave me your number. So he gave me the number, I was like, I'm not going to message him first. But there was never a way for him to message me first because he didn't have my number. This was a good tactic he used. Somebody called him. He didn't pick up. I don't know to this day whether you just did that.
No, wallahi, I didn't. Wallahi, I didn't.
Somebody messaged him. He didn't recognise the number. He DM'd me on Instagram saying, oh, hey, is this you? I said, no, could never be me. I would never do that. I just thought this is just a tactic. He wants my number. He wants me to message him.
You're joking.
So I DM'd him back and I was like, okay, this is my number. And guys, that's it. Like the rest is history. We had each other's numbers. We would like talk on the phone. And then we knew we liked each other. And then to the serious part.
Telling our parents, guys. Bear in mind, like Nahel, the first thing she said to me when we got together, she was like, I'm really scared what my parents are going to say. Like my mum and dad. And I said to her, for me, it was always been easy. I knew my parents would be okay with it. But I was more so worried for her. Because I didn't want her to have a hard time of things. Obviously because I'm Bengali and she's Pakistani.
Yeah, and guys, like my parents are really sweet people, okay?
Guys, another thing. She made her dad out to be this really scary guy that's so serious. Her dad is the most chilled, funny, laid-back guy. The first day I met him, he was literally sat laughing and eating with us. Nothing to what she said it was. She's made it out as if he was like the Undertaker.
So, we then at one point we were like, yeah, we need to obviously get married. We know we like each other. So we just talked one day. We said, let's tell our parents soon. Mate, I think it was a Friday. Was it in July 2024? July 2024. I think it was a Friday. I was at work. I think he was working from home that day. And I just get a message from Azim saying, "Oh, my dad wants to speak to you." And I was like, "What?" I was like, "What is going on?" And he's like, "Yeah, I told him about you."
That's it, guys. Can I just put in there? I just woke up in a random morning. I literally just woke up. I knew my dad was downstairs. I literally just went up to my dad. Yeah, Dad, I need to show you something. My dad goes, yeah, what is it? My dad was so nervous. He's thinking, what am I going to say?
Was
And
he
I just said
expecting
to
you to say that?
nah, definitely not. And I just said to him, yeah, I'm looking to get married. And this is the girl I want to get married to. He was just super interested. He was like, oh, who is she? How'd you meet her? What type of person is she? And I just said a bit about her. And he said, yeah, she seems really nice. Can we speak to her? She was at work and I just texted her, Nahel, my dad wants to speak to you. And she said, when? I said, no, now. And
I was scared.
She was so scared, bless her.
I had no reason to be scared now looking back at it, but obviously I'd never spoken to Azim's dad before, so I was scared. I walked out of the office and I spoke to him, and genuinely he was so sweet, so lovely. I was really scared to tell my dad. Not so much my mum, but really scared to tell my dad. Because, you know, Pakistani dads, and also they're very protective of their daughters. They want them to make sure that they marry somebody who's right for them, and so on. So it was a Friday. Saturday went by and I was like, I can't hold this in any longer. I need to tell someone. This is the moment I told my mum. My mum was sitting upstairs in her room. I was out with my friend and I'd just come home. And I went upstairs. I sat down and I was like, oh, Mum, I need to tell you something. And before, like, my mum was like, oh, what's happened? Like, my mum's getting scared now. And I start crying my eyes out. I'm crying like somebody's died. And my mum was so concerned. And I just say, oh, Mum, I want to get married. She's like, all right, why are you crying? And I quickly just put in there, and he's Bengali.
Hey, Bengali. She never told me she was doing it. I just wake up, oh, by the way, I've said to my parents. And I knew it. And I can tell she was very emotional, so I gave her a couple of hours to herself, and then I spoke to her, but yeah, carry on.
So I tell my mum. At that point, I'm staring at my mum's staring at me. Like, I don't know whether she was in shock at the fact that, oh my gosh, she's finally getting married, or oh my gosh, he's Bengali, or whatever. And then she was like, you know what, it's okay. My mum reacted so well to it. She was like, yeah, it's okay. But the real scary thing was
the dad.
Like, all right, Mum, should we just like maybe give it? And also, guys, my dad doesn't live here; he works abroad. Yeah. So I was like, should we give it some time? Maybe when he comes to visit next, we tell him in person. And Mum was like, you know what? I think he's gonna be fine. I think he's gonna be happy that you finally want to get married, whatnot. I'm gonna tell him. My mum, literally 5 minutes later, FaceTimes my dad. And she's like, oh hi, how are you?
Guys, just hear what she's about to say now.
My mum's speaking whatever, and then she just puts it in there, oh, and Ned wants to get married. And I was like, huh? Why? He says, why? And then my mum was like, oh, and he's Bengali. And that's when... But I was like, no. He was just like, no.
Don't do the accent.
Can't be. This can't be happening.
No. And the cherry on top, what was that phrase he said?
These things happen at work.
Wait, hold on a second.
He's kind of like just saying no. And I think he's in a bit of denial. And he said, let's just leave it for now. We'll bring the conversation up a bit later on. Guys, these next few weeks, I was absolutely devastated, isn't it? I was like crying. I want to get out of bed. I was just very, very... I was not depressed, but like I was really upset, basically.
You probably felt at that time that no one had misunderstood.
Yeah, I thought maybe I'm a bit misunderstood. And I was thinking, like, my dad hasn't even met him yet. So, like, maybe when he meets him, I think it was like 2-3 months. Dad came back to visit. Nobody was bringing up the conversation. I told my mum, I was like, I am just going to speak to my dad directly if I want to say anything. Like, I'm the one who wants to get married. Somebody's only right if all of this is coming from me. At that time, my parents have moved now, but they were looking to move. And we went to a few house viewings, and on the way back, my mum needed some groceries. So we were in the car park. It was just me, my dad, and my younger sister. My mum and my other sister went in to get the groceries. And I was just thinking, should I just do it? Should I just say to my dad, like, at least meet him first? Then, you know, whatever opinions you have, then fine. Like, you know.
But just give me a chance.
Yeah, just give him a chance. I just blurted it out. I was just like, Dad, please at least meet him. And he didn't really say much. All he said was, I'm going to go to their house tomorrow.
Yeah.
Literally, I think tomorrow or day after.
And her dad, he's a man of very few words. He doesn't really, when you're engaging in a conversation, he won't say so much. Like, he just says what needs to be said. He just gives straight, simple answers.
I was like, oh my gosh, that's so soon, but I took it. I was like, okay, fine, I'll speak to him and I'll see what we can do. Told my mum, I was like, oh mum, do you know dad was like, he wants to go to Azim's house like the day after tomorrow. My mum was like, what? She had no clue. As soon as I get home, I message Azim and I'm like, my dad wants to come to your house literally day after tomorrow. Azim was like, okay, let me just speak to my parents. His parents were like, yeah, that's fine. And he was like, yeah, that's cool. So Azim's acting so cool about it. He's not really like going crazy, like, oh my God, what's going to happen? He was very chilled, which was good because one of us needed to be chilled because I was not chilled. It was just my mum and dad going to Azim's house. I wasn't going. I was at work that day. It was a weekday. It was around like a Tuesday. I told my dad on the Sunday. I was at work and I had my mum's location and I could see like she was on her way. Guys, I was so scared. While my mum and dad were on their way to Azim's house, I was on my way home from work. And I got home and I could still see like they're nearly there. They were like 10 minutes away from his house. I FaceTimed my older sister and I was just screaming because I was so nervous and I was so scared because this could go very wrong. My dad is a very good judge of character.
He is.
As well. And obviously like he needs to know that the family is good as well and stuff, which is all valid. At this point, my dad arrives. And because I wasn't there, I cannot account for the events that happened there. We'll let Azim.
Alright, so guys, so the dad, her mum and dad have just parked up and they're walking towards the house. And the hell's already given me the ETA, stalker vibes.
Yeah.
And she said they're coming at this time. So I'm just looking out the window. What car is it? I just noticed a white Toyota. She didn't even know what make or model it was. So I said, okay, fair enough. So they come and I literally just see her dad and he came with a cake. And I saw it and I just gave him a hug. And likewise to her mum as well. And then they walked through the door and then he literally just sat down. My brother was there, my mum was there, my grandma was there as well. So, and they literally just started talking. And it was just so chill. So I was sat opposite them and he was sat next to my dad. And Nehal's mum was there, my mum was there, my grandma was there, my brothers were there. And guys, it was just like we'd known each other for ages. It was so calm and it was so chilled. And they were literally laughing. Nehal was like to me, and I'm thinking like, this girl told me her dad is this scary person. And he's just in my house right now, just laughing and chilling. My mum put a spread out for them. And guys, my mum
so much food.
Probably made about 8 to 10 dishes that day.
Yeah.
8 to 10 dishes. And her dad loved the food. They tried everything. Because I know the cuisine is quite a bit different. So, and guys, it was just literally like, he was literally like my uncle, like how my uncles would come sit and laugh. That's literally how it was. I feel like it was all natural. Nothing was sort of like, we had to put on an impression. Because I feel like one thing that we didn't want to do is show them something that we're not.
Yeah.
And we were just ourselves. Like, oh, they came into our house. They literally spent time with us, spent hours with us. They got to see my grandma. And my grandma loved them. And they loved my grandma. Like, even her dad today always checks up on my grandma.
So that was how the experience went. But Azim was obviously really busy, understandably. Was not able to update me. I'm sitting at home thinking, oh my gosh, like, how is this going? My mum and dad get home. My mum walks in. I'm upstairs. I'm in my room. They both walk in and mum goes, Nehal, come downstairs. I go downstairs and my dad's in the living room and my mum like nods her head like this and it's like, oh, your dad didn't like them. Like, why? What's happened? Like, what's wrong?
Your heart must have sank.
Yeah, my heart sank at that moment. And then they're just like, no, we're joking. And my dad turns around and he's like laughing and I give my dad a big hug. And they were like, yeah, they absolutely loved them. The family was amazing.
And that's very sweet, guys. Trust me, like, I feel like he's the type of person, you have to get to know him to really see the type of person he is. At first, like that, he's quite reserved. That's the best way. He's very reserved. Like they don't speak a lot, but when you get to know him, he opens up a lot, which is nice.
After that, it was basically wedding planning, guys.
Yeah,
my dad was like, okay, we've met them now, we like them, it's all going ahead. I think like a month later or a couple of months later, I told my whole family, like my extended family. I was so excited. Everyone was just really happy. I think in Feb, we started wedding planning and the wedding happened in July. We didn't have a joint mehndi because Azim didn't really want a mehndi, like he didn't want his own one. Yeah. I did a small mehndi. She did a small mehndi.
She did about 10 dolkis, pre-wedding celebration, one post-wedding celebration.
I had loads of little events.
I was running out of boxes. Where on each of these events? Oh, I think you need to come here, then there. Oh, okay.
I think the wedding planning and the pre-events are like more fun than the actual wedding. But yeah, we can do another video on like wedding planning or how the wedding went. If people,
that's a good idea. If you guys want to see that, of course.
yeah, if you guys want to see that. But yeah, guys, that's the story of how we met. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please like it, comment, and do subscribe. We love you guys.
And thank you guys all for your support. We genuinely appreciate it so much. Like, guys, I'll be honest, these last few months, the support has been so overwhelming.
Yeah.
Like, TikTok, YouTube recently, like, everyone's giving positive feedback, so we genuinely appreciate it so much. Yeah, follow our journey, guys. Bye.
Bye.